is the last time that this Tecumseh will run on this Ariens Sno-Thro. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. And remember, if you're feeling the vibe and you want to be part of the tribe, subscribe. I bought this 1971 Ariens Sno-Thro for $100 on Craigslist. I'll have that video linked down below in the description. This 7 horsepower Tecumseh engine is difficult to start and doesn't quite have the oomph that I'm looking for. I want to send snow back to the clouds. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove this old Tecumseh engine and prep the snowblower for a new one. Stick around. Let's start by removing this throttle control up here on the handlebars. And off it comes. Next we have this clip down here. Let's see if we can pop this by hand. And off it comes. Now this throttle control really doesn't serve much of a purpose anymore. On the new Predator engine, the throttle control will actually be located down low on the engine itself. But the problem is it'll operate backwards on the new engine. So I'm going to forego the old throttle control. Next, let's take off the belt cover. And off it comes. Up next are the 4 engine mount bolts. These bolts are difficult to get at because they're tucked up tight to the engine itself. So a standard wrench is what you'll need. These bolts are a 1/2 inch. Let's get at them. At this point, all the bolts are off and this engine now wiggles. Before I remove this engine, I want to make sure that the belt tensioner is off. From here, I'm going to slip my belt right off the pulley. What I'm going to do now is loosen up this belt guide right here to help get the rest of the belt off. There we go, and it just wiggled itself out of the way, and our belt is now free. And off she comes. Check that out. Well, there we go. Well, that wasn't so hard now, was it? Pretty interesting seeing this track team with no engine on it. Right underneath that engine is a total mess, so we're gonna clean all this off. We're gonna clean up this mess with some degreasing wipes from our friends over at Gunk. These work awesome at breaking up grease and grime on loads of surfaces. 50 years of all that trapped grease gone in 30 seconds. Remarkable. For the next step, I'm going to remove this crank handle. The new engine is going to rest right here and the valve cover head is going to bump into this, so this handle has to come out of the way. I'm going to remount it off to the side somewhere over here. I'm going to loosen up this eye bolt up here. This is a 7/16. Then I'm going to take a 1/2 inch socket and remove my worm gear. We're going to clean this guy off too. Looks pretty good to me. It is now time to prep the deck here for the new engine. These mounting bolts right here are all tack welded from underneath. These should come out with a heavy hammer. What I'm gonna do first is torch them so that way it comes out a little bit easier. In order to do that though, what I gotta do is remove the belly pan underneath. This way the bolts can just simply fall right out. Then we're just gonna simply slide out the belly pan. Got it. Jeez, what a fight. Give these guys a little tap and punch them through. That's 1. That's 2. I don't know why, but this side was a lot easier. Punch them through. Good. Now I did end up bending the top plate just a little bit. That's okay. That shouldn't really affect anything when the new engine is mounted on. As far as this belt goes, the previous owner told me that he never replaced it. So is this belt 50 years old? That's a good question. I'm definitely going to replace it. I think it'll help us in our goal to throw snow further. And by having the engine off and out of the way, this has given us a lot of working room. So we might as well do it now. I'm going to undo these 2 bolts on the ends. These are a 9/16. This whole unit should now just open up enough, and my belt comes right out. I wonder if this belt is original. This says Ariens 72047. The very first owner may have swapped this belt out in the first 20 years that he owned it, but check it out, I did find a flaw. Look at this. This belt was destined to fail. I'm glad I did this. I'm gonna take this belt to a local hardware shop, have them measure it up, and give me a new one that's the exact same size. And here's the new belt. Time to pop it on. So here we are looking down into the snowblower, and I have the 2 gears still separated from earlier. I'm gonna take this belt, I'm gonna feed it right in between them. Once it's around these gears, I'm gonna feed it around this big pulley, and then slip it underneath the tensioner. Just like that. We're ready to go. Then we're gonna pull the machine back together, line up our holes, and send our bolts back in. Now let's have a quick look at our engine. This engine is pretty much ready to go for a friend of mine. I'm sure he's gonna be happy. Now before we give it to him, what we gotta take off is this belt pulley, the 2 belt guides, and this back plate. I'm gonna start with the belt guides. These should come off easy. Yep. No problem there. Next, I'm gonna take an Allen wrench, and there's a bolt right here on the top. We're gonna remove this pulley. And out it comes. What do you know? There's another one. These are coming out suspiciously easy. There you go. Looks like just 2 on that pulley. Oh my God. These never come off this easy. Never. Unreal. Unfreaking believable. Wow, look at that. No PB blaster. That pulley came right off. 51 years on that thing. Unbelievable. The pulley puller actually worked. Unreal. I'm usually torching these things and then dumping ice cold water on them to break them off. I cannot believe that that came off in one shot. I didn't even have to spray anything on it. That's crazy. Wow. And off comes our plate. This is seriously becoming the snowblower that just keeps on giving. This thing has been awesome every step of the way so far. We're gonna need this original pulley for the new engine. Lastly, what I'm gonna do here is wipe down this entire back plate. I'll be using our degreasing wipes, and what I wanna do down the road is paint this black to match with the engine. Ugh. Wow, that looks pretty good. Let's hit the inside. Not too shabby, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the shine on this guy. I am super excited for this. Stay tuned for the next episode where I install the new Predator 212cc engine. Don't forget to give me one of these. Looking to get your hands on some garage gear? Then check out my links down below in the description. For more cool garage gear content, check out my links right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.